quieres hablar, yo te preguntaré. Dime que estás sola y que nadie te ve como yo. Dime que no pasan las horas si estamos los dos. Yo te juro que sí.
So hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. It's been Melanie Jenna here. Oops. And today I'm going to be giving you a very raw, like ombre type, purple, pink makeup look today. So let's get started. So I'm going to be using my NYX eyeshadow base. I'm using the BH Cosmetics 101 brush. 102 brush. So I'm going to put that all over my eyelids and across the bridge of my nose. I'm going to go all the way up to just the underside of my eyebrow. This doesn't have to be very, very neat. You can do it as messy as you like because no one's going to see it. So it doesn't really matter. It's just like getting the base there to create a clean finish. So now I'm going to be using the Morphe brow pomade in the shade Java. I'm going to be using this just to fill in my eyebrows. Be going in with the eyebrow brush to brush out my eyebrow hairs to make sure they're all going in the right direction and to remove any clumps of the eyebrow brush. So now I'm going to be going into my concealer pot. This is by NYX and the shade name is Medium Moist. I'm just going to put a thin layer of concealer just underneath my eyebrow. And then I'm going to put the concealer on top of my eyebrow. And then feather it out so that when I blend it, it's just easier to blend. Now I'm going to be going into the Juvia's Place Zulu palette. I'm going to go into the pink shade in the middle. I'm going to put that right up against the outside of my nose. And I'm just going to build the colour while blending. So I'm building the colour while blending it and stroking it towards the centre of my eye. And I'm going to stop in the centre, making sure to not have a straight line but a kind of jaggedy line to create the ombre effect. So we're just building the colour. The white makes it easier for the colour to really show and really pop and be very vibrant. So now I'm going to go in with the purple shade in the Zulu palette. And I'm going to put that on the outer side of my lid. I'm just starting to build the colour. And then I'm going to put a very thin line on the top of the pink and just bring it a little bit forward. And then use a Morphe brush just to blend it out. So I'm gonna use the same eyeshadow bright base to cut my crease. I'm gonna just use the same white and put it on the outside of my hand so I can pick it up from there. It just makes sure that the colors don't mix. Just using this to cut my crease. Then I'm gonna spray my Juvia's Place brush with some Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. So now I'm gonna go into the Morphe Born to Create palette and go into the shade Artistic. So now I'm going to be using a bit of concealer to just shape the outer side of my eyeshadow to create a very sharp edge. I'm just doing this on the other side and I've sped it up for you guys because we've already seen this. So now I'm just putting some concealer on the bottom of my eye, and then going in with my foundation, which is the L'Oreal True Match foundation in the shade 8.5 Caramel Toffee. So I'm just moving my wig out the way so I can get all of the nooks and crannies. And I'm touching up my eyeshadow to make sure that the beauty blender doesn't wipe it away. I'm using the point of the beauty blender to get all of the white out from under my eyes. Now I'm going to be using the L'Oreal True Match concealer in the shade 6DW. But instead, to give me a more natural look, I'm going to be using the Stay Matte But Not Flat foundation as a concealer. This is in the shade Cinnamon Spice, also by NYX Cosmetics. I'll be using this on the underside of my eye, under my chin, in the middle of my nose, on my forehead, and I'm just going to speed up the blending process. It's nothing we haven't seen before. Making sure to keep those sharp edges of the eyeshadow. And I'm putting it on my cupid's bow and around my mouth. So now I'm going to go in with the L'Oreal Infallible Foundation Stick in the shade Ebony 250. I'm using a slanted brush to create a very sharp line for my nose contour. The beauty blender I was using was wet. So I'm using the tiniest little beauty blender in the world to blend out my nose contour. It's so adorable. I'm using my spray bottle just to wet it. I only use this beauty blender for my nose contour because it makes it more precise. That's me feeling myself a little bit. And then I'm going in with the foundation strip just along my cheeks. And I'm going to go in with my wet beauty blender to blend it all out. I like to go on ham with the beauty blender. Okay. And that's just me feeling myself again. I felt myself a lot in this video, not gonna lie. So now I'm going to be using the Lip Lingerie from NYX Cosmetics again. And and this is in the shade Beauty Mark. It's just a nice brown nude lipstick. Well, nude for me anyway. So now I'm going to be using the Morphe lashes. So now I'm going to be using the Morphe black eyeshadow pencil and using that to mark my waterline. I'm just going to use the beauty blender to pull it down, like my skin down, so that I don't mess up my makeup with fingerprints. Now I'm going to be using the Goddess of Love in the shade the Goddess of Faith to highlight my nose and my cheeks. Now I'm also going to highlight the inner corner of my eye. And my arch in my eyebrow. And my cupid's bow and chin. I'm just gonna untuck my wig, brush it out a bit. So there we have it guys, our finished makeup look. So make sure to like and subscribe and to add me on all of my social media sites here. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!